welcome to my channel. I'm Dani, and today I have a very exciting video because it is a collaboration as well as a tag video. So the topic of the tag is my favorite mom bags, and I was tagged by a number of people, including Michelle from Dal M Style, who is the creator of this tag, and also Luda LV, Julie from Asian Bag Reviews, and Ash from Ash at Looks. I have linked all their videos and their channels in the description box below. Thank you so much for tagging me, guys, and I'm really sorry that it took so long for me to do this tag. And I thought instead of doing this tag myself, I would invite my friend here on YouTube, Jenny from Something Latte, to do this tag with me. Jenny is also a mum, and her little boy and my little girl are the same age, so I thought that it would be fun for us to do this tag topic together. And certainly check out Jenny's video. I've linked it at the end of this video as well as in the description box below. A number of people have already done this tag, and lots of people have recommended the larger bags for mums, like the Never Full, the Daily Battle Tote, and the Goyard Tote. And I think that would be reasonable if you had older kids. As kids get older, you don't have to carry as much for them. I would, however, recommend the complete opposite if you've got younger kids or babies. Like myself, I have a 4-year-old, and that's for a few reasons. Firstly, I see my daughter's stuff as her stuff, not mine. And if she was not with me, I wouldn't actually have to carry her stuff. And baby stuff can get really messy. For example, when my daughter was a baby, I used to carry formula for her, so formula powder as well as water. And if any of that spilt in my luxury handbag, oh my gosh, that would be such a mess. And other than formula, there's also sort of packet baby food that is moist and sticky. Sometimes you have to carry a dirty nappy in your bag as well. And when I say dirty nappy, I mean a nappy with poop, not just wee in it. And of course, I would wrap that up in a plastic bag before I put it into my bag. But still, you know, if you can't find a bin, that's what you gotta do. And I just can't stand doing that to a luxury handbag. Like, that bag would be forever tainted as the dirty, smelly bag. And if you're carrying a big luxury handbag, big bags in general wear much more quickly because, you know, you're carrying a baby on one side, you're carrying a big bag on the other. Your profile goes from like this big to like, you know, you're gonna double in your width suddenly. And it may not be that easy to be aware of how wide you've become suddenly. For me, because I would choose to protect my baby, I'd probably be bumping and dragging my bag against things, and therefore the bag is probably going to see lots and lots of wear and tear. And sometimes when you do a nappy change, you just gotta put the bag on a toilet floor. It's a public toilet floor, so it's not gonna be clean. The other reason I don't recommend a large luxury handbag as a mummy bag is so that you can go ahead and purchase a bag that is a little bit more gender neutral, and this way you can have someone else help you carry the nappy bag. For example, it could be dad that's carrying the bag, or your babysitter, or your in-laws. Now, when the baby is very young, very often the baby wants mommy to carry them, and sometimes they're not even that settled sitting in the pram, they just want mommy to carry them. And if you have a feminine, large luxury handbag, is your husband going to be willing to carry that, number one? Or like, say if you got your nanny with you, are you willing to hand over your luxury handbag to your nanny to carry? And if the answer to those two questions are no, it'll mean that you end up carrying baby plus all her stuff. Now, the next practical reason not to have a large luxury handbag and instead carry a nappy bag is so that you can keep your non-valuables in that bag and then leave it unattended at a playground or at the beach. So you see where I'm going here. So I would recommend that you just have a small bag that contains your valuables on your person, and this makes it so much easier for you to run around the playground and the beach, and you can focus on enjoying the time with your child rather than constantly having to watch your luxury handbag because it's really expensive and your wallet and so on and so forth is in the bag. So just like what Patricia KLM as well as Jane Church recommended, I would recommend a proper, hard-wearing, durable nappy bag dedicated to your child's stuff that can endure spills, that can go on public toilet floors, that can be left unattended. And then for mum, I would recommend a bag small enough just to carry your valuables. And by the way, if you're interested, I do have a whole playlist on practical tips for new parents. I've linked it in the description box below, along with my video of how to pack a nappy bag. With that said, the features that the bag has to have is that it has to be small, low profile, but large enough to fit your valuables. It has to be lightweight, durable, preferably waterproof or water resistant. It has to be fuss-free so that you can get in and out of the bag very quickly. It has to be fuss-free in a sense that you can be hands-free with it. I would also highly recommend that the bag is replaceable from the point of view of cost, in a sense that you could repurchase it again if it got damaged, and also from the point of view of stock. So if it's a bag that's discontinued and you're worried about being able to buy it back again if you lost it, then maybe don't use this bag for this purpose. And with that said, let's talk about my favorite mom bags. Alright, so here is my absolute favorite mom bag. This is the Moschino Jeremy Scott bum bag. It is made of nylon, it is quilted, and it's got these gold studs. And I absolutely love this bag when I'm on my own with my daughter. I reach for this one most when I need to be in full-on mum mode and I'm going somewhere dirty and the bag could potentially get wet. It fits just enough to hold my valuables. I like that it is made of nylon, so it's water resistant. I also like that it's really lightweight. I'm not so weighed down as I'm running around with my daughter. The nylon also makes it really breathable, so it's great for running around in hot weather and, you know, mom's getting really sweaty. It's much more comfortable than I think, say, wearing a leather bum bag. The look I think is also fairly on trend. In one of my videos, I said it reminds me of the Fendi Graffiti bag if you wear it at the back like this. So I absolutely love this bag. I also like the aesthetics of it because the strap of this bag is also red in color. And because bum bags can be quite boyish or masculine, I often look for a relatively feminine color just to girly it up a little bit. And unfortunately with a lot of bum bags, although the front might be pink or white, the belt of the bag tends to be black. And sometimes when you wear the bag backwards, you end up with a black strap and it looks, I don't know, I just find it looks a bit more manly. The next bag that I think is an awesome bum bag is in here, and it is by Coach, and you might have guessed it. It is my Coach Swinger in nylon. Again, you can see a repeat theme here: nylon, durable and lightweight and water resistant as well. So I kind of wear this bag like a bum bag as well, really close to my body. I do this thing with the strap, and let me just show you quickly how to do it. So I go ahead and connect both lobster clasps on one side, and then I thread the longer end of the strap through the other D-ring. I loop it through the buckle and put it through the longer setting. And I pull down some of this strap to cradle the bag like this. If we look on this side, both lobster clasps are there. And then the longer strap will whip around to the other end and loop through the other D-ring and connect like so. So the strap becomes a lot shorter. And when I wear it, it sits around the rib, and that's a really good accessible height. I wore this to a carnival recently and it was so convenient. And of course, if you're interested in this bag, I've already done a full review on it. Go ahead and check it out. The next amazing mom bag is in this bag over here. So it is by Saint Laurent, and of course it is none other than my Saint Laurent wallet on chain. I think this bag is just so beautiful. I don't use her that much anymore, but still I find it quite difficult to let go of her because I think she is the perfect shade of beige, isn't she? Wow. Anyway, this was the first bag that I actually purchased for this purpose, you know, to carry as a second bag for myself, in addition to carrying my daughter's nappy bag. And I used her so much when I first purchased her. She was literally an everyday bag. I used her as a wallet as well as a bag. If I was carrying a larger tote, I would just grab her and chuck her into my larger tote. And I deliberately chose this bag because Saint Laurent pebbled leather is supposed to be really durable, but when I used her continuously for 3 months, including putting her into my larger totes, I noticed some wear that really bothered me. The tip of the leather here has just chipped that little bit, and if it doesn't turn out, I'll overlay some images. And since I saw this chip over here, I got really worried and I stopped using her, and after that started purchasing the more affordable contemporary brands that I've just showed you earlier. So it depends on if you're open to using contemporary brands. If you're not, I would highly recommend a bag like this one. I also particularly like the Saint Laurent wallet on chain for myself because the strap drop is not too long, and when I wear it crossbody, it sits really high against myself, and that makes it really easy to run around with, as opposed to getting a bag that's really long and when you're running it's constantly bumping against your thigh. I've also done more in-depth reviews of this bag. The next bag that I would recommend as a mom bag is the Marc Jacobs Soft Box 20. I absolutely love this bag. I like that it's got a really low profile, so it's not very big at all, but it actually can fit quite a bit. It's also fairly secure because it's got 2 compartments. So although the compartment that will be on the outside of your body is going to be very easily accessible, so say if you're traveling and say you got passports or lots of currency, you'd be able to sort of store it on the inside compartment. I've done a full review on this bag, so check it out below if you're interested. My personal gripe with this bag though is access. It depends on how sensitive your hands are. I realize that I'm quite sensitive to bags compared to other people. I find that when I go ahead and put my hand in and out of the opening of the bag, it scratches my skin and my cuticles a little bit. So take that into account if you're someone who's also very sensitive to zipper openings. Oh, okay. And the next bag that I have is from the house of Louis Vuitton. And it is none other than my Louis Vuitton Neo Noe in EP leather. So I used to not get along with this bag, and that's because its original strap really wasn't suitable for me. It's only got 2 length settings, and it really wasn't appropriate of someone of my height. Since I've been more open-minded to using other third-party straps, I've been able to find other straps which were perfect for my height. And since then, I've gotten along with this bag so much better. Now, what I want to point out is, okay, so maybe this bag is not 100% suitable for moms because it's completely open at the top. So if you're bending over, you might run the risk of your contents falling out. But I guess what I want to point out is that Louis Vuitton EP leather is very durable, it is water resistant, and it's also really, really lightweight. This bag is a bucket bag, and the way it's constructed is that it has a middle divider as well right there. And bags of this kind of construct where there is a midsection in place to hold the structure of the bag together, plus a top handle, such as the Fendi Peekaboo or the Valentino Roman bucket bag, as well as the Louis Vuitton Capucines. They are of a similar construct or similar layout, and those bags are so incredibly heavy. This bag, in comparison, weighs like nothing. I have a few more bags to show you, but how are we going so far? Do you have a favorite bag just yet? Now, the next thing I want to recommend for mom bags are coated canvas. Now, bear in mind, I'm saying coated canvas. Forget about uncoated canvas from Gucci or Dior. If you take that out as a mom bag, it could get so messy. So I'm talking about coated canvas. Now, I don't have any coated canvas bags from Louis Vuitton in a small size. I only have a larger bag. But I do have this lovely bag right here. This is the Gucci Mini Boston Bag from the Blooms range, and it is made of the Gucci Supreme canvas, which is coated canvas. And I love carrying this bag out with my daughter as a second bag. Again, she is quite low profile and she holds all my essentials, including sunglasses. But other than Gucci canvas, another canvas that I've been enjoying is ta-da! Coated canvas from Fendi. So this is a vintage canvas. This is called the Pequin canvas. It is coated. My bag over here is called the Fendi Boston Bag. Now this one is in a size small, so it is quite much larger than the mini Boston bag. However, this Fendi Boston bag over here does come in the mini size, which is about the same size as the Gucci mini Boston bag. And if you're price conscious, both of these bags come at relatively more affordable prices on the pre-loved market. Oh, another bag sent from heaven, and it is a bag from Gucci. So, ta-da! It is my Gucci microguccisima mini dome bag. So obviously this bag is very much inspired by the Elma BB. So this bag does have a long shoulder strap as well. And I think any bag in this silhouette is an absolute bomb. It fits so much. It is big enough to fit a small water bottle, and for a mum, that's like awesome. If you look at it from the front, it has this dome shape, but it has a wider base that tapers up the top. With this shape, there's something about it that keeps things in place. They don't run around as much compared to the Boston bags. When you open up the bag, you kind of just have a bird's eye view of everything. And there's a reason why this silhouette must be replicated by so many brands. It is just so functional. So those are my recommendations as mum bags. Which one of these were your favorites? Are there any bags that you would recommend as mum bags? Now go ahead and check out Jenny's video. I'll link it over here. And I'll also be tagging a number of you who watches my videos to do this tag as well.